Ready, set, secure.
Hey there everybody, thank you for joining me for episode 3 in the Coding Your Cloud Move episode series. Today we're going to be going over the last portion of the video series, which is going to be all about Ansible and using Ansible to install Nginx on our web servers. There are a few different things you are going to need to make sure that you have completed when you are utilizing Ansible, which includes making sure you have an SSH key set up with your instances that are deployed onto the cloud provider of your choice, or whichever infrastructure you're going to be managing with Ansible. That'll be the first step that you're going to want to do to make sure that you have connectivity to those machines utilizing Ansible. There's several different commands that you can run, such as there's a ping command that you can run with Ansible that'll make sure that everything is reachable. So let's go ahead and dive right in. The first thing that we're going to want to go ahead and take a look at is going to be our Ansible setup that we have here. So as you can see here, I have a what's called a playbook. This is going to go over what's actually being ran or handled by this Ansible, or what we're going to be using Ansible to do. What we have over here is our host file inside of this Ansible directory. These are the 3 public IP addresses of our web servers that we're going to be working with today. As you can see here, I have a YAML file, which is what all of Ansible playbooks are written in. They're very specific based on their documentation on how they are written, which includes this triple dashes at the top that just signifies that this is the beginning of the file. Then we go down and we declare which hosts. So you can have multiple groups of hosts. Say you're managing multiple clouds and instances in multiple cloud providers. You can specify which one that's delineated by the name you provided inside of your hosts file for Ansible. Then what I'm doing here is it's saying become yes, which is just providing like pseudo privileges. So any kind of software can be installed on the machine. And then next is where we get into our tasks. Tasks are probably one of the biggest, if not most important portions of Ansible. And those are just it's pretty self-explanatory, the tasks that are going to be ran on the group of machines. So on this one, it's going to be pretty basic. We're going to go ahead and install Nginx on the web servers. So what you would do here is you would just start off and you're going to call it name, and it's just giving a name that's human readable. And then below that, you're going to actually be able to use different modules. As you can see here, as I hover over this module, which is apt, which is the reason it's using apt is because all of these machines are Ubuntu machines. So the package manager that comes default is apt. And then it's very simple to install this software. All you really have to do is know the package name, which is laid out here with pkg, and just have it equal whichever software name is inside of the repositories. There's a state option that you're going to want to give it. Present will install it. Absent will uninstall it. There's some other ones like verified, just that'll go and verify to make sure that it is installed. And then the last option that we pass here is called update cache, which is updating the cache within inside of the repositories for apt. The next thing that we have here in this playbook is a notify, and what that is doing is actually using what is called handlers down here. And handlers are different ways to manipulate services. So this is stating, I want you to look for a handler called start Nginx. So it looks down here, comes down here, and look, there's a handler called start Nginx. And what it's going to actually do is make sure that the Nginx service is in a state of started after it's installed. So it's restarting that service just to verify that everything is installed. So then what we can do here is the command that you would run in order to get this installed is Ansible playbook, and then I is inventory, which is what these hosts files are. So I'm utilizing this host file, and then I'm calling the name of the YAML file that we're executing. And when I do this, it'll run through some tasks on those instances that we have up at AWS. Let me go ahead and do this. As you'll see here, it does some stuff behind the scenes where it gathers facts to make sure that it knows which machines it's communicating with and that it's okay. And then you'll see here that it runs through the tasks of installing Nginx. And then let me scroll back up. It goes through, and when you see changed, means that it has made that change and has done something different to that server. So it's installed it. Any OK means that it's already done and has been handled. So like this start Nginx, it must have been running. So after the install. So that was just kind of like our failsafe for it. And then below you'll see a recap which has the different machine names, what was okay, what was changed, unreachable, and then if there was any other error message that had popped up over the course of the execution of the playbook. The last thing I'm going to show here is the load balancer that these machines are currently sitting behind. And you'll see here, this is called Web ELB that we created last time. There's 3 of the instances are in service, as you'll see here, the 3 different instances. And if we navigate to this DNS name in our browser, you'll see a welcome to Nginx page showing that it has been installed on all the machines. And what you can do is you can continuously refresh it or click on it and hit enter to show that it is rotating through those group of machines that are sitting behind that load balancer. All right, I want to thank you all for joining me for this last episode and for the entire series of Coding Your Cloud Move. Again, my name is Daniel Thrasher, and thank you everybody, and y'all have a great day.